Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to Raipenda Evans Online TV. I hope you are fine, and for me, I'm very fine. Bungoma County is totally fantastic. William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, ameshangaa. Yuko kwenye njia ya mshangao kabisa kuhusiana na jinsi ambavyo Jimmy Wanjigi anajaribu kumove ama movement ya Jimmy Wanjigi hapa nchini Kenya inajaribu kushtua William Samuel Arap Ruto. Inajaribu ku make sure that William Ruto anakosa usingizi usiku na mchana. Kwa sababu watazamaji wangu, sio rahisi wanapolisi. Unatoka na wanapolisi, unafika na wao kwa nyumba, kisha unadisappear. Kisha wanapolisi wanaanza protection, then hawakupati. Wewe unafikiria huyu ni mtu aina gani? Kwa hivyo William Ruto anajaribu ku make sure kwamba atafanya nini? Atashika Jimmy Wanjigi amweke ndani. Kwa sababu hako na wasiwasi zaidi pale kwenye ikulu. Kwa sababu watazamaji wangu, if you can listen to Jimmy Wanjigi ama William Ruto, utakuja kueleza kwamba William Ruto anamaanisha kwamba Jimmy Wanjigi kuna uwezekano ya kuweza kufanya organization na nchi za nje kuweza kutuma missile pale ikulu ili weze kumaliza the President of the Republic of Kenya ambaye ni William Samuel Arap Ruto. Kwa hivyo William Ruto ako na wasiwasi mkubwa tena zaidi. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday Jimmy Wanjigi alikuwa pale Citizen TV. Then I want you just to listen kwa hiyo interview. But before we listen to that interview, nataka uweze kusikiza jinsi ambavyo wanahabari walikuwa wanajaribu kumhoji Jimmy Wanjigi baada ya kuweza kutafutwa na wanapolisi kisha akakosekana. I want you just to listen. Ndiposa nikipekea ile ya Citizen TV utakuja kurealize kitu ambacho kinajaribu kuendelea kati ya William Ruto na Jimmy Wanjigi hapa nchini Kenya. Kwa hivyo let us listen first kwa ile interview kisha tuweze kurejea kwa ya Citizen TV.
I was coming from a lunch at a hotel not too far from here. And on my way, I was on my way home. Just here at the engine petrol station, a vehicle tried to stop us, brandishing guns and walkie-talkies. And they hooted, and they rang a siren saying, "Stop, stop, stop." So what is this? Before we knew it, there were one or two others. So we decided, if they are going to try and find a way to me, let them get me in my home. So we drove towards the home. And then decided, actually, by the way, I think it is better we come to a public place, because this didn't seem very genuine. I'm somebody who has an anticipatory bail in two courts. In two courts. So why do you have to come for me in this manner? Two courts. So we drove up to here and they managed to block the traffic, and they came brandishing guns, banging the doors of the car and the windows, insisting that we open. I think after they saw a small crowd, they decided maybe they should show us a piece of paper. This is the paper that Willis is showing you here. A paper saying summons issued yesterday. I'm to appear in court, which is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on some criminal charge 251-2018. Normally, as Willis is saying, I would have been called, I would have written a statement, I would have known what it is about. I'm being asked to take a plea on an investigation I know nothing about. Absolutely nothing about. I have no idea what this is for. Nobody has called me, nobody has bothered to try and ask me anything to do with this criminal charge. Now, I said it at my house. They came to my house with over 100 men. Over 100 men on some purported charge that they have found guns somewhere or they are coming to search. Up until today, they've never called me to record a statement of what they did in my house. Never. 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 They have never offered any evidence in court where we are on court for anticipatory bail of any kind that there is any investigation on me. Now, today you chase me all over town to serve me a summons. The other day it's my passport. The time before that, it is something about gun revocation. As I said in my house, you know, this is also becoming comical. Another day it's an obituary. You know, it's a persecution. It's a persecution. And really, I would like to address my old friend, although I don't think we're friends anymore. He was my friend until he burst the door of my house. So I say I want to address my old friend, and you know who I'm talking about. Please, you are not going to become legitimate by persecution of Kenyans. I'm just one case. You will not become legitimate by persecuting me or anybody else. Legitimacy is gotten from the people of Kenya. And please, you cannot force yourself on anybody. You cannot. There's nothing any of us are doing that are outside the law. Nothing. We are exercising our democratic rights as enshrined in the Constitution. And everybody who believes in this Constitution should recognize that we are being persecuted for nothing else. Following the Constitution to the letter. To the letter. To the letter. And being bold enough to stand up before everybody and say, we are standing up for it. We are going to abide by it no matter what. I said the other day outside CID that these are dark days. They are very dark days. But they'll soon be over. Please, Kenyans, there is a dawn coming. They'll soon be over. Don't worry. We will take the hits, as you can see. We'll take them. These days are soon going to be over. Please, there is a lot of hope in the future. Don't despair. Don't become desperate. Others are the ones who are desperate, not us. You can see I'm smiling here. What was very clear, they wanted to arrest me, keep me overnight and present me some court somewhere. I don't know for what charge. Fortunately, because of Wanjigi, they didn't want to break the car. They didn't want to break the car. So we are here. If we are meant to appear in court tomorrow, my lawyers will tell me, we will appear.
Unaona? Kwa hivyo, ladies and gentlemen, utakuja kuona kwamba Jimmy Wanjigi alikuwa anaambia Wakenya amutulie tu. That is something huyu jamaa anajaribu kuplan hapa nchini Kenya, ambayo pia itakuwa afueni kwa Wakenya kwa jumla. You know? Unaona, na ndo maana William Ruto ako worried kabisa. Ako worried. Hadi William Ruto maisha yake, ukiangalia afya yake, inaendelea kuzoroteka. Kwa hivyo William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, anajaribu ku make sure ya kwamba kamata Jimmy Wanjigi amweke ndani. Na nina imani ya kwamba iwapo Jimmy Wanjigi ataweza kuwekwa ndani, then haitakuwa rahisi huyu jamaa kuweza kutokea ama kutoka pale, kwa sababu atawekewa vitu vingi, kesi mingi. Jinsi ambavyo wanapolisi walikuwa wanajaribu kuweka pale guruneti, then wakisema kwamba hiyo ni evidence kwamba Jimmy Wanjigi gari yake ilikuwa na watu wangu. Kwa hivyo we want just to listen ile interview, jinsi ambavyo Jimmy Wanjigi alikuwa anajaribu kusema kwamba yeye alikuwa kwa nyumba na alikuwa amejificha wapi. Unaona watu wangu. Kwa hivyo before we listen, I want to welcome you back into Raipenda Evans Online TV. Kama ni mara yako ya kwanza kutazama hii channel, make sure umesubscribe. Then kama umesubscribe, make sure una like video, then unani comment, unaniambia unatazama ukiwa maina gani, ama uniambie wewe ni namba ngapi kutazama hii video. Umekuwa wa kwanza ama wa tatu ama wa pili kuendelea, wewe ni namba ngapi? Ndiposa niweze kujua wewe huwa unakutana na video yangu mataimu gani, ili niweze ku make sure na kupostia kwa wakati wako. Kwa hivyo let us listen to Jimmy Wanjigi, then tuweze kumalizia.
Mr. Wanjigi, what is it that the police know about you that Kenyans don't?
Good evening, Yvonne.
Good evening.
I don't think it's a question of the police. I think it's a question of the two presidents. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta and the current President William Ruto. I think you should ask them, because what happened in both incidences were literally criminal activities, where they've used the police for criminal activities in my home.
why would two presidents successively be after you? What is in your home, Jimmy?
I don't think it's my home. I think it is me that they seek.
Why?
Because on both times, it's been about me.
What is it about you, Jimmy, that they don't like?
I think you should ask them. Because if it was a question of the law, there are very many ways you can arraign me in a court if I've done wrong. If there's anything you can find that I've done wrong. But on two incidences, they've planted stuff. They planted guns in the first incidents. Now they are saying there are grenades and smoke bombs and God knows what else, tear gas canisters. Here we are with two regimes creating criminalities to get me. This is them who fear me. You should ask them why they fear me. This has never happened to anybody else in this country under those regimes. And when Raila Amolo Odinga came to my home the other day, there's one thing he said, that even in the Moi regime, it never happened in the worst of times to anybody.
So when you appeared some days later, you were in fact daring to the police. You said, you know, they will not find you. And the last regime, when there was a raid, there was this word of a proverbial bunker in your home. Where were you when the police were looking for you? Were you inside your home? Where were you?
Even yes, I was inside my home. But beyond that, I won't tell you where and how and what there is in my home.
Jimmy, why would anyone need a bunker in their home to hide?
Who told you I have a bunker?
So where were you in your home?
Why should I tell you? Because if I tell you, I'm telling them. And I will not tell them. I'll never tell them.
So you were just watching them as they were walking into your house?
Yes.
Threatening your wife and children?
Yes.
And you didn't think to come out and protect?
I even watched them plant outside. Right? We don't have too many cameras inside. We have a few. So, yes, we watched a bit of the threatening. But I can assure you my family is very strong, as you saw. My wife, my kids, my mother. The kid's grandmother was in that home, mourning after the death of my father. They were very strong. They were resilient to that pressure. And I can tell you, even though they wanted me to stand up, they were saying, no, if these people catch you, they'll kill you. They won't kill us. They may threaten us, they may take us in, but it would be too much for them to kill us.
So you think the regime of President William Ruto wants to kill you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
Why come and say I have grenades? To say I have grenades is saying that I'm waging a war on this country using arms.
Are you?
No.
Kwa hivyo, ladies and gentlemen, hivyo ndo mambo jinsi ambavyo yanaendelea kufanyika hapa nchini Kenya. Jimmy Wanjigi is trying to explain kwamba William Ruto anamwogopa tu mwenyewe na hajui, hatambui makosa ni gani. Yeye ako na nini ambacho William Ruto, even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alikuwa anajaribu pia kumuogopa. Kwa hivyo, I don't know what's the problem. Kwa hivyo, watazamaji wangu, your thoughts niache kwenye comment section. Allow me to end from there. I'm Raipenda Evans. Siku njema. Bye bye.